or something about a particular book, they can post a message, voice note, all the messages. Yeah, I remember we have to connect after every book reading. We can connect once again. We can connect the next day for the discussion about particular book. That's what I remember. I don't know what exactly I think others, um, Pinakiji or Deepa ma'am can pitch in and share.
Yeah, one or two people please confirm, na? So I think whatever confusion is there will be removed. Because Richa messaged me that she was asking something of having we can keep Tuesdays for discussion, but nobody said anything in the group, something like that. And I think she's not well, so maybe she won't be able to join today.
So I generally leave, I left the meeting early, but whatever I had uh, listened to was the fact that Richa had mentioned that we are not going to have discussions after every week. This is just going to be a reading of the chapters on a day-on-day basis. And whosoever wants to share their learnings or their understanding, then do so through voice notes or via messages in the group. Because we were trying to figure out how to meet the times. So, and then, yes, we can, once the book is over, then we have a whole session, 1 hour session for discussions. So my yesterday I did not share it in the group. I'm sorry, I'm having some issues at my end also. But my 2 cents worth was that it does make sense to have these discussions on a day-on-day basis. Uh, we can have a process of trial and error, and whosoever is finding that these discussions are carrying on for a little longer than they have their other commitments, they can leave the session. But I do believe that the instant uh, feedback or instant sharing of thoughts uh, does make sense rather than keeping them for a particular day. Noting, though it brings more discipline in us because then we make it a point to write down our thoughts and capture them and make sure that we are sharing it on the day of the discussion. Uh, but that's just how I feel that so I always make it a point to leave the discussions at 8:15 or 8:20 because I have other commitments. But I do want to learn the or understand the way others have captured the essence of the reading for the day. So that is what I believe that we should not completely stop these discussions that we are having. And whosoever has their commitments, they can leave early. And maybe the time that we have that the process that we started, 2 minutes of discussion every uh, per person, we can figure out and work and tweak the mechanism further. So that is what I feel. I think you know can have there.
Yeah, that's thank you for sharing it, Sunita, because yeah, it's very important that we understand how it's working because that's just something we thought of exploring and not very sure about how it's going to work out. And yeah, because even I was a little skeptical about people sharing in the group, uh, as we had done this before also, na, like we had asked people to drop their messages in the group, and but people somehow uh, it doesn't happen. Maybe when we go off the call, we just get engaged in other things, and it will be like a conscious effort that we'll have to put in to get back into the group and drop the message. I just thought so. So I don't know. Let's yeah. First, now that we have opened this up, first let's decide on this, and then we'll open up for the book discussion. Is that okay? Like let's get everyone's viewpoint on this. Is everyone if of the same opinion? What others think about this, so that we can come to call with the new book that we are starting. So we'll have a system accordingly. I agree. Like, and yeah, Sunita, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Lena, I think you're saying so.
Mansi, if we have the discussion on the same day, it will be more fruitful. Thank you.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Good morning to all.
Yeah, hi Pranavi.
Yeah, as per my opinion, we are actually working on the concept called as brainstorming. With this particular brainstorming, we can think creatively, not only from our side. So we are also thinking a particular concept in different directions presented by the people over there. And we would also learn how to respect their ideas, and we would learn the listening skills as well, I mean at a knowledge level. So when you don't go for this kind of discussions, the main essence would be lost. And yes, and to be very honest, every person has to get something or the other with a particular session. What for me? If you answer what for me, then the discussion part plays a major role because everyone is expressing their own ideas. So when that expression itself is lost, then the beauty of the reading may be lost, especially in my opinion. So I think discussion should be there, but then there should be a time constraint of exactly 2 minutes. Maybe in the first few months, we may get little bit confused or we may get little bit troublesome to express our ideas, but then later our mind will definitely get attuned to the span of 2 minutes. And people who are not interested in the discussion, people who feel that they have no time for that, I think first come, first serve. It's like people who wanted to go, they can first present their ideas, and then if there is that much urgency work, they can leave the group. And people who are having time in their hands can just wait for their role, or they can listen to the other people's opinion as well. It works in both the levels. So that's my opinion. Thank you all.
Have I got disconnected? Uh, Hello.
Yes.
Oh shit,
Okay.
shit, I was on mute. I think I was speaking on mute. Sorry for that. So I'll just start speaking again. So yeah, I agree. And I just want to say that please everyone do share your opinion on this because we are building, like we're trying to create a system, and it's still work in progress. And it's the thought came only from the perspective of managing time, which we were not able to do so efficiently in spite of all the things we are trying. So that is why we are coming up with some or the other ideas. And the idea was not to completely dismiss the discussion as such. The idea somewhere in the core group was only decided to ask people to share it in the group, and just to share it, like not to like not express, but to share their opinions in the group, so that we save time. So uh, so so how does that does that not work? Like I just want to understand, like very very curious around, is there a challenge in that, or something, so that we know why we are doing what, like something like that. So is it not an easy thing to do, to share in the group instead of the like prolonging the time that we have together over here? Is that a challenge? I'm just trying to understand. Not that I'm saying no to. Yeah. Anyone, please? Pranav and Sudita, what do you think about it? Uh, Sharing is
I,
in the group
for
in a
me
voice note
personally,
or a chat.
yeah, for me personally, when I am in the session, like Pranavi mentioned, that everyone has a different take. So I get to hear that take instantly. Now, early morning hours are when you're rushing to other chores also. So once, if you're not capturing the thoughts immediately, which I'm not doing it, so I just mentioned that it is a sort of a discipline that we need to bring in for ourselves also. So this would work, but um, immediately if I'm sharing and if I'm getting to hear how other people's perspective, it makes that learning or that the extracts that I get from the readings more imbibed in me. Then I get in, then it depends how I'm working out, which I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing in the group and all. So this is where I am lacking. And it will take a lot of discipline at my end to actually get into the practice. But for me, even if I'm there for 20 minutes of discussion, I extract something from those discussions from a different points of view, which I might not have looked at or considered when we were reading the sessions. So I get my instant output, and it stays with me uh, when I'm recollecting as to what I read and what we read together. So a lot of discipline would be required for me to actually sit down and write the contents and take out,
You can
the
also
time to
share it
draw.
in a voice note, like that was the
Yeah.
idea. Like people can also share it in the voice note, not that you have to write it. But yeah, I do understand. Like you are saying that going back again to the group after once we are out of this uh is uh is like one more addition of one more step, right? Like
Yeah,
we're just
and it is
revising
going
this.
to create a much better uh, system if once we get it up, you know. But at this point
Yeah.
of time, I see if we just don't have any discussions, if we don't have any exchange of thought, then that is just me sitting in a room with a book myself and coming to a conclusion or understanding from my perspective, right? Then I'm not uh, able
Hmm.
to take the ideas and learn from different perspectives. Like Pranavi beautifully mentioned about the brain.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up actually. So yeah, we were
Yeah.
trying to do something. Yeah, anyone wants to add? Yeah, yeah, Maniji.
See, what we were doing earlier, right? We were reading and discussing, right? So I think we should be just conscious on the time of discussion. I think like two minutes for everyone. I think that's okay because it keeps the momentum and gets a gist of the read of the day. I think. So what was the issue with that? I think that was okay approach to go, right? We have to just conscious on like okay, nobody just take quickly 2 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever. I think that is working well. I think. So why did we change that?
That was just we were just exploring. It's not like it's finalized. It's like we just wanted to explore it. We thought let's just give it a try. If this works, that we save the discussion time and instead we just ask people to drop the insights in the group. So
See
even
the
the ones who may have not attended get an idea about it, and also that we are free of time commitment, and everyone is free of that, and we can just go through the insights and as and when possible, and people can drop it in the group also, like in the audio format also, not that they have to write and type it. That was
see that
just
see
something
Madhuri,
exploring.
yeah, that is what I'm saying. Let's say we read for half an hour. Okay. After that, let's say I have to leave for some other important work. Then I can skip the discussion, and it is my priority, right? So if I feel that my priority is more on the discussion, I'll stay there. Else, I will do something else. So I think that's fair enough for individual, or I think so that way because yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
anyway.
that is
Yeah.
working. That was the whole idea about this, and
Yeah.
that's
See,
how
I
it
think
was
some
working
discussion
for us.
should be
But
there. I think.
the
See
only
what I'm saying.
challenge was, Manishji, like what happens is, especially someone, if someone is leading the book, then for that person it becomes a longer duration or like could be draining, because they have to stay till the end, even if others can live. So that's somewhere we were trying to work upon. Yeah, but I do get it. Like we will work, we are considering this. Yeah, and we
What I'm
will
saying,
make
keep
accordingly. Yeah.
45 minutes for reading and 15-20 minutes for discussion. So what's the issue with that? I think
How much time everyone is comfortable with, like where you can stay from start to end or commit for like a day on a daily basis. Maybe what we can also do, we are also considering like cutting off like twice instead of twice, just making it once. I don't know, because for me personally also it's becoming a challenge to invest that much time every day. So if anyone is ready to take the lead, it's okay. Otherwise, maybe we can have just once a day type of a thing. Let's see what how it works. But yeah, how much time you all just think that is reasonable enough to have like discussion as well as reading together, and not even with a good amount of discussion and reading, and not going extended or not being draining for any of us. uh,
And
45
yeah,
minutes, 1 hour, how much, like, or more than that? Because now
Mansi, I
sometimes you go on till 1.5, 1 hour, 45 minutes, that becomes a lot, I feel. And that's not good from a sustainability point of view, from a daily perspective, is also one thing. Yeah, yeah, Pranavi, you please, Pranavi and Sudhita, I think you have unmuted. You want to add something, please do. And Deepa, you
Yeah,
also do share. Yeah.
yeah. Let's raise our hand before we speak. I think that is one of the rules and discipline we are trying to bring in, no?
Yeah. We can do
Yeah,
that. Like today we had
yeah,
an open discussion, so okay, like we
yeah.
are just
So,
understanding, and this is important. Yeah, no problem.
so
Who's going?
one of
Yeah,
the
Deepa.
things which I feel is this is a reading club, right? Reading. The discussion is in the Feld group. Hmm? So, but sometimes what happens is as soon
Not
as
in
we
the
read,
Feld, in the B Club group, because most of us we initiate these readings from there, and we just share our these things in the Feld group. So we can share in both the groups if we are part of both the groups. But some
yeah,
of the members are not part of Feld group. I
yeah.
think all of us today
So,
here are part of
yeah,
both the groups, but just sharing.
yeah, I'm just completing. Hmm? I was just halfway through. So, when we are reading, no, instantly certain thoughts rise and we have to express it. So, there are different modes to do it. We can just speak it out loud as soon as the reading is over. One by one, we can take turns. The other thing is, immediately we can put a voice note in the WhatsApp group, and simultaneously, we can also type in the message. Okay, in the Zoom or in the chat immediately. We can parallelly do it. We don't have to do it the speaking here only, because others are taking turns. Like I want to speak, but there are two people ahead of me who are in the line to speak. So my thoughts, my idea might get diluted if I wait till the two people who are in the queue ahead of me who are speaking. So immediately I can just go into WhatsApp and I can put a voice note or I can type it there. So that is one solution. Second thing is that uh, the more reading I'm doing, the more I'm learning from the writer. Now, as soon as the reading is over, if the discussion goes on for a longer duration, like we are reading for about 45 minutes, and sometimes the discussion goes beyond the reading, like we till 8:30, 8:45, 9, not all the time, sometimes. So what happens is the takeaway from us is more than from the book. So I just want to understand, like, yeah, both are important. The writer's views and our views, both are important. But we are doing the reading because of the pleasure of reading. So that pleasure of reading gets slightly diluted. So for me, we can allow, like, say, 2 or 3 people to speak on a certain day, and not the same person. We'll take turns. Like Manish ji, Mansi, and I spoke today. Next day, if anyone is going to speak, it's not going to be us three, it's going to be someone else. If only we three are there, or 4 or 5 are there, then we can take a turn again tomorrow. So in that way, no, some sort of rules and some sort of discipline should be there. Then we can overcome this time management. Otherwise, it exceeds the time, it's getting very confusing. First thing is the time is getting extended, and the pleasure of reading gets, secondary to the discussion. So for me, the reading is more important. The takeaways are important, but secondary to the reading part. So I don't want the reading to be diluted. That is my personal take on this. So yeah, and yeah,
Yeah,
I put
I
my
love your
suggestions, more
suggestion.
suggestions in the chat, in the Zoom chat.
Yeah, that
You can
would be
just check
great.
it out.
Like since we're discussing this today, please do put it in the chat, na? So someone like people who have not joined us here but were there yesterday or who are there regularly will also know, and we can come to a common conclusion. So yeah, do that. Please do that. Yeah, Sunita, go on. And Pranav, you also wanted to speak now. You can go after Sunita. Yeah.
No, nothing much, Mansi.
Yeah. So
Okay.
my take is that we limit the sharing to 15, 20 minutes. So then we close these discussions with the way that if anyone has anything else to add on, then they can do it through voice notes or messages. But 15, 8:20, if you're stopping your reading at 8:20 or 8:15, whichever we decide, we say that that is the hard stop. If, like I've seen many of times that you said that okay, let's just extend it for 10 minutes and all. So we don't do the extensions. We go that okay, 8:15 is a sharing. So this is I in one of these sessions you had mentioned about the Toastmasters that we have to. So that is a very good thing. It is going to develop our brain muscles and our techniques to get the exact content within those 2 minutes or each one of us gets to share our ideas. So it will make us more clear and concise in the way that we are sharing our outputs and learnings. So we don't say, I've heard plenty of times you saying, okay, it's not a hard rule, we'll extend it for 10 minutes. So we don't give that option. That 8:15 is the time that we have for sharing. In case you remember something or if you have, then you use the WhatsApp voice notes and messages to share so that we all learn from, we continue this discussion further, but through the group. So we stop our discussions at 8:15.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
One
These are great
suggestion.
suggestions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My suggestion is that see the people who are doing the reading on that particular day, because normally 2 or 3 people do the reading on one particular day, right? So let them do the sharing for that day, and the other people can do it on WhatsApp through audio note. I think that will make it simple and straight, right?
No, but the ones who are listening also get ideas, right? So let's not do that.
No,
But
they
yeah,
can
there
do
are
it. They
many
can.
suggestions Sunita and Deepa also shared now. Like, no, we can take turns and we can keep time. I think we are normally 8, 10 people or like not more than that. So right as of now, so 2 minutes works. But if the number increases later on or something like that, or any particular day, we can decide. And what we can do, like I like Deepa what she shared, like the discussion should have lesser importance from the reading, because the core part is the reading. And also what is this is my personal opinion, adding to what you all share, is we have to also be very very eventually, like I know it happens, like we think of other things and we correlate, our mind works that way. It's very obvious, it's very natural tendency that we correlate things with other things that we have learned from somewhere else, or other courses or other whatever modalities we know. But I think it's very important that we stick to the reading and we only talk about what we have read. And it's very very important that we come as an open cup, or like an empty cup, sorry, not an open cup, but we join in as an empty cup as students, learn, share, and then go away. I think that will help each of us equally, and individually also. So that's very very important. I agree. I think this, yeah, these all these suggestions are very, very valuable, and I'm so, so grateful that you all guys shared it. So we can now like decide on a proper thing, and we will go with that. It's very valuable. So yeah, and no, yeah, Deepa has shared about that. You want to share something more, Manija, Deepaji, or we can just dwell into the learnings from the book, and I we get the idea. Anyone wants to add something more to this
Sometimes,
topic?
sometimes what I feel that when I'm sharing the learning on WhatsApp, right? So I'm thinking completely deeply, and putting in a very proper way, so that if a person reads in just for like 20, 30, 40 seconds, he will get the entire gist of what I'm trying to say. So I think that is also important thing, but you decide. I'm okay with anything, basically. I gave you my
No, I,
suggestion.
I get the point. Everyone is like almost all of us in the room are agreeing to this, and so let's not like ignore it. And it's very important. And everyone is almost of the same opinion, right? Like at least majority in the room. So I did get like I just got some messages, and I there were 4 5 people in yesterday one day itself who mentioned that. Discussion is important and we have to keep that. So yeah, we get the point. And see what all in all we are all doing and coming together to learn and grow together, evolve together. And the point is making the experience better and better. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Deepa, I missed what you said. You're
No,
talking
that,
to
No, no,
us?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
that,
got
Yeah, I
into
think she
something
got
else.
on
Yeah, carry on.
unmute.
Please carry on.
Yeah, yeah. Go on. Yeah, Maniji, yeah, something, yeah, you want to say something quick, otherwise we'll dwell on the book.
yeah, my only suggestion was that let the person who is speaking do the sharing on the group right away, and rest can do on the WhatsApp. I think to me it makes more logical, because the person who is reading also, he will get more time also to express, because he has read on that particular day.
Yeah, so
So
what I like that suggestions where we make sure that the ratio of discussion is lesser than the ratio of reading, because that is what has to be the core takeaway. And discussion should only be a little addition to strengthen the perspective and understand, have deeper understanding of our concepts with each other's understanding each other's perspective. And also we have to be very strict about the time each person gets to speak, so we are all on that equal note. And what we can do is we can have like additional, if anyone wants to speak a little extra or have something else to add, they're always like the group is always there for them to share additional things. And not always everyone speaks also, so that also happens. So let's see, and it will evolve. But thank you for all your additions and suggestions and being open and so much open to even share that with us. It's very, very valuable. Thank you so much. So yeah, I think now it's already half an hour. We are discussing this, and we are consider, and we will make changes. Don't worry. So we will do that from the new book. We'll start from like maybe tomorrow or soon. So now just talk. Let's talk about the book. It was a very, very beautiful book. I don't know for whom it was like a first time reading. I think most of you. So there are 4 agreements. So let's talk about the agreements and the learnings from the book for the next half an hour that we are here. And I'm just assuming that 60 minutes. It's don't make assumptions is one of the rule of the book, but I think our mind is trained, like, and we need to retrain, like unlearn to not do it. It's but just thinking that 60 minutes is an ideal time we can consider for everyday session. Is it possible and committable for all of us uh, on like a daily basis? It's fine, right? Like Monday to Friday, how we do it. And now it goes like, so we'll stick to this time going forward. Yeah, Rajesh has said yes. Because I feel 45 minutes, then it will be lesser. It will take on, the books will take on longer for us to finish. Because 10 minutes make a lot of difference, what I have observed. So yeah, in terms of reading, especially. So let's see. We'll start with 60 and then we'll see if there any change or anything is needed. Okay, now 40/20 is Sunita. Yeah, yeah, the ratio can go 40/20. Yeah, that's how it was actually planned, but then somehow we derailed from it. So yeah, let's dwell on now. Now today is just a discussion, and we can always have this last one day just for discussion, so that everyone comes together and share the insights on people to join on time. Yeah, yeah, we waste a lot of time there also. Like when we are waiting for people to join. Rajesh has mentioned, like, let's keep it very strict. Maybe we can even change the time from 7:15 to 7 o'clock for that matter. So it can be 7 to 8. So we don't have to stay late, and people join according to their preference. Also, if they are not able to join for the whole 60 minutes. but we'll come to that eventually, and that is great. And Rajesh, somebody like Sunita, I guess, talked about Toastmaster. Rajesh is the one. I can call him the ambassador also of Toastmaster. He's been there for a long time, and he's leading those teams, so he knows those rules better, and he can definitely help us like have something similar for us to work properly. So yeah, now we start with the four agreements and we stick to that book and that discussion. So for the next 25 minutes, we'll just talk about the book and our learnings from the book. So what is it that was your biggest takeaway and your aha moments, and how are you trying to apply it? What was the one agreement that was most close to your heart, or all of that? Like, feel free to just speak up and or talk about all the four agreements one by one. We can take again, like keeping time and learning to keep time. That's the one thing we need to learn, like especially me when I'm hosting something, and maybe a few others who are there. So what we can do is today, we can start from today, like 5 minutes each agreement, if even if we give and everyone can openly share, like not 2 minutes but like whatever, 1 minute, half minute, each one can just take turns by for each agreement. Even if that way we do, we still have 5 minutes extra, so we can go that way and restrict others, so that we don't end up talking more about just one agreement and giving lesser time to the other. So that's the only idea behind it. So let's start. And yeah, Manij, you want to go first? And I think if we are just 8 people today, so let's if every one of us speak up. So yeah, Maniji, go on, and keep. We'll all keep it
Yeah,
like to one minute of sharing initially. Then we can again
yeah, yeah.
add if there is time. Let's do that.
Okay. So the first one is be impeccable with your word. See what happen is, when sometimes we speak something which is against our wishes and which is not in harmony with what we are trying to achieve basically. So words have the, we take it lightly like what we speak, but they have so much impact on what how we influence ourselves and others. So being impeccable with words is being working with integrity and honesty. So basically words have more power than what we believe. So and what we speak is based on the agreement what we have in our life, about what we do in a day-to-day life and how it is aligned with the purpose of life. So being impeccable with the words has to be very very important, because they bring the energy from inside you. They bring what you believe inside. And I based on like I personally align with my own my own way of doing things, like feeling is the secret and believing is the secret. So they all reflect our belief system, how we feel about different areas of life, and they bring so much. Words bring the energy that you need to be successful basically in every area of life. So we have to be very mindful of the words, and the words should be full of love and compassion, because that is the highest frequency of the mind. Yeah, so I think I summed it very fast. Okay, yeah, thank you. And next one is, if I can do that, can you go to the next agreement or later?
No, no,
Hello.
let's everyone talk about this one first. Like, let's go it this way today. Like, just
Yeah,
my suggestion.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We collect all the insights from one agreement, and that stays with us better, that way. So yeah, everyone, like, please go one by one. Unless anyone wants to leave early, then they'll miss. But we are recording. We'll do one thing. We'll not today. Like, we'll share some recordings in between, so that will help. Yeah, Sunita, please go on.
Yeah, so for me, it's as simple as that, that your word is your word. So if you um, abide by your word and you mean what you say, then that is how you should, that is how life is supposed to be lived, in simple terms. So I'm very cautious about what I say and how I say it. And when I say it, I mean it. So that is how I have lived, and I propose to live, and I hope that's the right way. That is what my learning is from this first review.
Yeah. I will just add to what Sunita shared, because I had a very similar takeaway from that particular agreement. So my particular takeaway is, sorry, I just talking in between, but I'll just like, because it's relatable. So my takeaway is like, don't make promises if you're not able to keep. Like, basically, it's like or promises or anything. Like whenever you say something, be very very congruent with your words. And if you like, it's like something like the saying or something like that, right? Like don't make promises, and if you make, do keep them at any cost, something like that. So I take it that way. So it's very similar to what Sunita shared. So just wanted to, and think 10 times before making any commitment or promise. And once you do, you just stand by it, by like come what may or whatever it takes type. So yeah. So yeah, Pranavi, please add.
Yeah, actually, while reading this particular agreement, first thing I got attracted to, I mean, in terms of vocabulary, the author has totally given the essence of it with one word usage, that is being impeccable with the words. So, impeccable is like you shouldn't go wrong, you should be conscious enough, and a lot of things are there because I worked on that particular word a lot. So, yeah, that's a takeaway from that particular agreement. So if you coin a particular word with the essence of it, while going for any conversation, you can just trigger that I would be impeccable with my words or something like that. So the whole essence will be triggered once again. The whole neural pattern connected to that particular agreement would be activated again. So that's the takeaway for me. Thank you all.
Yeah, very very nice. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Who's not spoken? You want to add something for this agreement particularly? Rajesh, Leena, and I think Deepa has also not spoken about this. And Pinaki ji, yeah. You want to say something quick, or shall we move on to the next agreement? Oh, please add. Like one point will also help. Yeah, Rajesh. Are you not audible or something? Because we heard you before this. I think he's not audible. I think there's some issue with his device sometimes. Okay, yeah. Now we can hear you. Yeah.
See, words are more important when we speak, or we have to be very careful. That makes impact. I think there are some saying the words can make you or break you. Not only external, the internal as well. Many times our thoughts, everything based on that what we do self-talk. When we outside when we speak inspirational words or something, then when we talk inside with negativity, that is also not will be aligned. So we have to be very careful about talking external as well as internal. It's all. Thank you.
Wow, that was a great point. That was something I had not thought of. When thinking of this, I was only thinking of external words. But yeah, great point. Thank you for sharing. See how that's how everyone speaking does make a lot of difference. So please add, even if it's one point, even if you think it's my point may not be great, but you never know. So please
Yeah,
do add.
sure. This
Yeah,
is Lena. In spirituality, I feel that all the gurus speak very less and they convey uh, what is content in very minimal words so that the Sishyas can understand. So I think there also they are using this rule, first agreement. And even in their normal lives, all the gurus will speak very minimal. Like they say that the women speak many words in daily, and men speak less, right? But still, the communication is done. So if we want to if we can use the right words to communicate, we need not speak so many words in a daily basis. Thank you.
yeah, very true, very true. I had the same thought, like all these big people or gurus or many people who are well accomplished, they are very particular with their words, and they speak less, they speak very thoughtfully, they will take pauses before speaking and think and speak. So yeah, this is a quality we need to imbibe, especially as women we need to. Yeah, Pranavi, you want to add something, please go on. Or is the hand raised from before? I don't know. Okay, okay, okay. Let's move on to the next agreement. It's already 8:14, so we are not able to finish it in time, 5 minutes. We will go on extending time. So let's try our best, and we will learn and we will evolve. So that's fine. Yeah. Any next agreement? What is it and who's going? Amaniji, yeah.
The next one is don't take anything personally, because what happen is, like what we hear, what people talk, and so many other things, that is their own agreement of life. Let's say if I speak something I'm speaking something in the group, right? This is based on my own agreement, and the other person may have some own agreement, right? So we should not be influenced by anything what the other person is saying. So we should be very aligned with our own agreement of life. That's the author says in so many different ways, that we should all have our own agreements of life that aligns us to what we want to become the best version of ourselves. So whatever we hear, whatever other people speak, or whatever anything outside us should not affect our own agreement of life. So don't take anything personally. It is only the uh, people. It is based on the individual. It only comes from the individual agreement of life. Every other person can his own way of living life and way of looking at things, but that is not final. So we should have our own agreement. So we should not take anything personally, because if we take something personally, that will affect our own agreement of life, and that will not serve the purpose of our agreement. And just to quickly add the first agreement, I wanted to say, see, words are just like like a code of conduct for us, like how we live our life, and they have so much. They have the energy. They're the powerful source of energy. The word we use, the word is a voice from God, and word is a God. I will say the word has the power of God. So we should be impeccable with our word, and through that code of conduct, through the words that we use, that will determine what we achieve basically. So the words have powerful energy basically. So when we use the right words, they bring the best energy in every cell of our body, and then we get the energy that we need to achieve our agreements of life. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, you did add that about energy initially. Yes, I agree. Yeah, yeah, Deepa. Don't
Yeah.
take anything personally.
Yeah, don't take anything personally. So if we all tend to do that, and we hold on to certain negative things, what someone said for years together, for generations, sometimes it goes on, So to overcome that, Pranavi has this sentence in Telugu, Dulpe. Dulpe means literally to shake it off. So if someone says something, you should let go, shouldn't hold on to it. Sometimes, no, I tell that, but I can't practice it. So I should be mindful and conscious that I don't hold on to anything, even if it is positive or negative. Whatever someone said, it was contextual to that situation. So if I let go, then only I can't take anything personally. So to build the habit of not taking anything personally, I should shake off whatever is said. Only it was meant for that context, for that time, for that situation. That's it. Beyond that, it doesn't mean anything. Of course, if it is a big learning or something, yeah. But otherwise, a praise or an insult should not be taken for a longer duration.
Yeah, very true. This one agreement, like almost this book, but this one agreement changed my life because the first time I read it, that was new to me, and that's when I started not taking things personally about other people. So, and it really helped me change my life. So yeah, yeah, Lina, please go on.
If we take things personally, either it is due to inferiority complex or superiority complex, and both comes from ego. So we are so much attached to the words and get hurt it because of our ego. If we let the ego go, we will not take personally. And we have to think as per the situation. Maybe if there is a lesson learned, we can improve on that. If there is something, we have to act, whether it is words by speaking we have to control, or by actions which we have to control to improve that situation so that it is not repeated. That's better, because we should not take it as ego. Thank you.
Yeah, very, very beautiful and such a strong point you said. That both inferiority and superiority complex both come from ego, and many, many few people know about this because normally ego is perceived as the superiority complex, like when someone feels superior. But I just understood this very first time from I think Eckhart Tolle's book, that even feeling inferior is an ego game. So yeah, thank you, and that's a great thing. Yeah, Lena. Thank you for adding that. Yeah, Pranavi, please go on. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, why they would say not to consider personally, because people, whoever has told that particular word or given that particular feedback, it operates from their mood. If they're happy enough, they start giving you compliments. And if they're in a sad mood or if they're vibrating at a lower frequency, you'll get those lower frequency words from them. So it all depends upon our the people who are giving those compliments or comments to us. So it is their mind condition. You need to have a very clear thing that when someone gives you an appreciation or comments, it is their condition they're trying to express to us. And many a times, if their condition differs, even the compliments and the comments do differ. So it's just an illusion kind of thing. So you can easily be detached from this if you try to reconnect to that condition, that it's all their moods and their mood shifts and all that. Thank you all.
Yeah, very well said. It's all their beliefs and everything. And we are just bombarded with this unsolicited advice day in, day out by so many people all the time, right? Like since a childhood. And we actually pick those things and in psychology they call it hot potato or something. So there is this one thing where you just pick things, pick this hot like bad beliefs or some bad patterns from your elders or things like that. And very well said. And yeah, I do agree. So yeah, I just wanted to add something, but I somehow forgot. So don't want to waste time. Yeah, I'll add it when I remember. Anyone else wants to add something on this? And yeah, I remembered what I wanted to say. So there is this one wonderful sharing by Les Brown about his own experience, which I may not be able to share today, but maybe some other time I'll add. So in that, he just the conclusion or the takeaway is basically don't make others opinion your reality. So that is one thing that I just remembered as you all shared this. So because people are constantly projecting their opinions on us, right? Like, and even we are. So we are just used to behave that way. So we need to learn to see that this is their opinion and it may not be my reality. We can take it as a feedback, but we need to evaluate and then consider it, is what I feel. Yeah, very true. Nice. And it's helping, right? Like when we are trying to share, in short time, are you listening to yourself? Like, see the points, whatever we are trying to share, it's becoming so profound. Our words are becoming impeccable. So, a wonderful experience in all. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, anyone wants to add to this point, or we can jump on to the next one? Don't make assumptions. Do
I
not
want
assume anything.
I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
add quickly
yeah,
that the book
yeah,
that we
Manoj.
read, the current book we read, Four Agreements, that is also, you know, a belief of the author basically. So so whatever we have read and learned from this book, we should not take it final. We should,
Oh my God.
we should because what happens, it is own. We should not take him personally or completely. Like, okay, he is saying something, then okay, this is the final word. We should not take it like that, because that is his own. Because every person has his own way of expressing things. So basically, books are made to get us awareness of that topic, right? So we should get awareness of this topic, not to take everything 100% personally from this book, and just check that whether it aligns with my own agreement of life. So whatever gets aligned by my own agreement of life, I will take that and I will leave the rest. So I think that is also important for me actually, and that's why I want to
Yeah,
share.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I just want to add something to what you shared. Like it's basically we'd come across many such quotes or many such learnings where there is a contrast between both of them, right? Like one says one is one extreme and the other is the other extreme. I'm not remembering anything as of now, but there are so many examples we come across, especially in the social media age and all of that. So what the ideal thing is, basically first thing is be open to receive and be open to learn what is coming to your way. And if it is empowering enough. So how do I choose from such big thoughts? Is I see which of this is empowering, or which of this is useful for me in current situation. So that's what I keep. Other thing I just keep it for later. So that's how I make it easy for myself when I come across some confusion like this. So yeah, maybe that will help. Yeah, Pranav, you want to add something? Go on, ma. Okay, can we go to the next one then? If no one, everyone is done, like it's 5 minutes now, or ideally, we can go like 2-3 minutes extra since we did not really start on time with
I
this
think
topic.
the rest two in one go only. I think they are pretty straightforward. So I can start on that. Like, don't make assumption. And what happens is when we make assumption, we don't get to the real picture of the situation. So we should be very 100% clear in communication, ask questions, give feedback, so that we get to the actual picture of the situation. So don't make assumption. Just like, don't keep anything inside. Just open yourself and share your like, just communicate what is inside you, and I think that will come, that will make every, like, that will solve all the things, because then you'll not be in doubt or sadness or any negative feeling, things like that. So sometimes when we communicate very clearly, and we get the solution what is required out of the situation. So that is like, don't make assumption. And the second thing is, do your best. So when we focus on doing our best, we are putting our all the energy in doing our best and not worrying about anything else, right? So, and sometimes what happen is, we based on the situation, sometimes we are not able to put our best in every moment. But when we focus on putting our best, we in totality, we show, based on our capability. When we focus on doing our best, we are basically aligning our energy to the alignment of the work, basically. So the energy is focusing on doing the best, it basically aligns our potential, our energy in the, like, purpose of the work we are doing, in like full alignment. So that is like, putting our best, like, not focus on anything else, just focus on doing your best, not worry about the results. Because the thinking of the results might just drain you down, that okay, it is too difficult or things like that, like no one has done it before. But when you see so many successful people outside who are rich in every area of life, basically, what they have done is they have tried their best and made it best and made it true for them. So that's how the approach should be. We should focus on doing the best and not worry too much about the results, because failing and challenging and struggling is all building your progress, basically. It's just like, when the seed is growing every single day, through whatever it goes through, sun, rain, or thunder, and things like that, but it is growing inside. So whatever we experience, failure, challenges, struggle, and so many other things, they are building us inside, and they are all supporting our goal, what we are trying to achieve. So always do your best, believe in your best, because
Yeah.
feeling is the
Yeah.
secret. You should always feel that you are doing your best, and you should do your best. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. That's very true. But yeah, we'll talk about assumptions and doing our best. Like Maniji covered both the points. Like maybe he went with the flow. So yeah, now others get to speak. You can talk about one by one or both together. So however it suits you. So yeah, like talking about assumptions and doing our best. Anyone wants to add? Please do. Two more agreements. Sunita, you want to add something before you leave? You can.
No, I agree to it, and we're very straightforward that if we are doing everything to our best, then we are not leaving any avenue open for guilt or second thoughts. So you've given it your best. So that is one thing that I've understood it, as well as I try to maintain it for myself. Then I'm leaving no room for doubt or guilt at my commitment to anything. And the other one, that not to assume, yes. So all our problems arise because we have a dialogue based on our assumptions and not actually what the reality is. So it is always in our best interest to Ask what the other person is meaning by what they're saying, get that clarity of exchange, and uh, follow through your actions based on that, and not just have this dialogue of what if and what not and what did he mean by this. So no assumptions. If you, and most of our problems or situations arise because we uh, base our actions or our reactions or respond by assuming that this is what the other person meant, and that is how the problems arise. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm so
very.
sorry I need to go now.
No, I'm so grateful that you did add before you leaving. And in fact, I would suggest that for every day because I see that you have to leave early. So make sure that you share your takeaways. If not, and make it a point, tell others that you're leaving, so you can share first. And do share and then leave mostly. And if not, then at least share in the chat or in the group chat or this Zoom chat, so you don't go without saying anything and without sharing. Yeah, that's my suggestion. Yeah, we have so many hands raised now, so yeah, please take turns. Who's not speaking, I'll just let them speak first. So Rajesh, Leena, and Pranavi is the order we can follow for the sharing next. Yeah, go on one by one.
Shall I go?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Now, whatever what I asked you, that also that kind of don't assumptions. I should have started my conversations because I clarified my thing. Shall I go? And then I started. This is also don't assumptions. Okay, just it came on with thought and I just shared. This is one among the favorite of all my favorite agreements among all four agreements we have read in this book. Because I got affected, and also sometimes I also do the same thing with others. I'm practicing to be don't assume about anything or situations, and make sure that connect with the persons or connect with that get clarified before assuming anything and taking any actions. Because we are in the different angles. I think the way what we see, what I see, maybe the other persons may not be seeing the same angle, and sometimes what I see seems to be good, and others sees something in a different way. So if it is going to affect the individual, yeah, we can go ahead and do that. But if it is going something, whatever you do, it is going to affect or impact in the group. Better get opinion, take feedback, and do the changes or bring in whatever decisions we are making instead of we assume something and take our own or judging or seeing the conditions by our own eyes or our own thoughts. Always look for suggestions and ask questions and understand others' perspective before taking a call. Thank you.
Yeah, very true, very true. This is one of the biggest base on which NLP starts. So NLP is basically all about don't make assumptions and meaning making, they call it in NLP terms. And it's basically all about asking questions on and asking people and letting them speak because your assumptions have a limitation, and maybe you can discover something better and even profound when you actually ask and you get to a deeper this thing. So yeah, the whole learning of like whatever I've just done one level, but whatever it stands on that. So yeah, it's very very powerful in fact. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Rajesh. Yeah, Pranavi, I'm sorry you've been waiting for a long time, so I
No,
thank
no,
you for
no.
being
Everything is
patient.
knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, please add,
Um,
please add.
See, doing your best is again, you'll have so many things right in front of your eyes to do things best, to do our best. But then, depending upon our priorities and our purposes, you need to be perfect in few things. And that's absolutely okay if you're imperfect with the other things. So, if you have a proper purpose and proper goal, you would definitely know the importance of giving the things which you are supposed to do the best. So, if it's for an instance, if you have kids of around 7 or 8 years old, you should be your best as a mother. not as a home taker. Because home can be managed in one way or the other by delegating some of the other work to the other people around. But at that particular era, being your best as a mother is a priority over there. So we should stick to our priorities and then choose which duty you are supposed to do. So it's like that. Thank you all.
Yeah, very, very well said. And in fact, I just want to add to what you shared is our best is different than other person's best, right? Like your best at, and I think that's also in the chapter that uh, your our best may not be the other person's best. So we should not compare is one thing I just learned from it. And the second part is the most important that was my takeaway ever since is. Even our best differs from time to time based on our phases, our stages in life, and maybe our health or whatever things that can be affecting it, our environment and all of that. So always giving your best, and Sunita very well said that so you are always sure that you don't have any guilt because you know that you have given your best. So your best might differ from time to time, and it does differ from person to person, so it is your best. So I think that was what my takeaway, and that really helps us to be a lot at peace. Yeah. Yeah, please add. And even Pranavi and Rajesh, you want to add again, or other hands just raised from
And
before?
regarding assumptions, what I heard from the outside and I'm seeing around the world also, that in order to clear your assumptions, you need to ask questions. Trust me, most of them have such a strong ego factor that they don't question the other person. They're ready to take the assumptions in a more concentrated way than asking questions. So, what in the implementation part, you can consciously feel that you're dropping ego for at least few minutes and then going ahead for asking questions. So, that gives a clarity. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to add something to this because when I was learning NLP, we had to like obviously practice what we are learning because NLP is all about practicing than the concepts that they are shared. So I had this difficulty. So like when I was learning and I started practicing, and obviously I was more in touch with my family. So that is where I started. So I saw that people are not really receptive to questions. Many a time they feel offended. So, and then when I asked this to my mentors, so the thing that they told us, like it's also like first when you ask, like some of you who may not be from the NLP background may not really get it to the core, but just try to understand this that it's there is this concept of building rapport in NLP where you literally match the body language and things like that. And normally everyone knows about the word rapport. So it's basically my mentor that Beno sir told us that it's about if the question is feeling offensive, and first of all the question has to come from a curiosity point of view, from a genuine curiosity, and if you ask with that energy, it may not be felt offensive. But sometimes people take it offensively because of their own whatever nature and all of that. So in that. He said that it is you're not built enough rapport with the person. So the first thing is build that rapport, come meet where they are, come to their level, and then talk to them. Like how do we talk to kids? Like for example, so come to meet where they are, build the rapport, and then you ask question. Then it always works. So just wanted to add, and so it just helps if anyone wants to, uh, for anyone, yeah. So we have extended time, but it was a very mindful conversation today, and thanks for that. So it really helps, right? When we stick to the topic and we talk about it, it takes us so much deeper into it, and everyone has so much to speak. We derive so much out of the conversation, rather than just extra knowledge. We go deeper into the topic, and I think that is what we should be aiming at and focusing on going forward. So that would be really helpful for us.
Mansi, I want
Yeah,
to add
Deepa.
one thing.
Yeah, Manija, Deepa's raised her hand, so let her speak first, and then you can take like 1 minute or so because we are already over time.
Need half
So
minute. Yeah,
yeah,
go
and if
ahead,
it
Deepa,
is
go ahead. Go
related
ahead.
to the book or the
Yeah, yeah.
agreement, we can go. Otherwise, you can also share it in the group. That is always an option. Yeah, Deepa, please go first. Yeah. And then Maniji can add and we can close. Yeah. Anyone wants to
Yeah,
add
it's okay. Yeah,
other
I
than
think
that?
I'll stop. I'll stop. You just go ahead.
No. Please add whatever you wanted to add. We
No,
have
I just put
so
my
that
thing in the group, in the chat I put actually. The problem with assumptions is we don't even realize it's an assumption. We feel
yeah.
that it's a conviction. It is the thing, and we believe that based on the past experiences, what someone has said or done. So we believe that now also the same thing would happen. The AI also in a way is modeled on that idea that whatever is a past thing, it gives a prediction. So those predictions are not true because it might not fit with the present condition. This present thing might be entirely a new experience. So that is where we have to be careful. So to ask questions or to doubt our assumptions, first we should realize it's an assumption. So there should be always this thought, that I should question whether it's my conviction, my assumption, or my gut instinct. Whatever be the case, we should develop the habit of questioning, verifying, and then taking into the condition situation. Then only we should conclude on something. So just because someone does something in the past, we can't conclude that that person is going to do the same thing um, moving forward. So that might not be the case.
Yeah.
So questioning, verifying should be a compulsory thing all the time. So
Yes.
that is what I wanted. I put it in
Yeah.
the group also.
Yeah. Thank you for that. And always, yeah, everyone, I would suggest if you can just put it in the group. And yes, it's very true because a simple question about is this true? Asking ourselves is will help us from being non-judgmental and not getting stuck with our limiting beliefs. So very true. Yeah, Maniji, you wanted to add something? Anyone else wants to add anything like burning? Otherwise, can you add in the group? That would be even
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
I'll
Maniji,
take.
please
Yeah, the point is,
share and
the
we'll
author,
close.
mentioned two things like, living in hell or living in heaven. So, the author says that a lot of people choose to live in heaven, live in hell, what they are living today is only because, they feel they are more safe out there. And one more point was angel of death. The angel of death says that, see, like sometimes we focus on so many things which are not so relevant in our purpose of life. So the angel of death says that live every moment of your life, because whatever you have, your family, your assets, or everything else, I can take it anything from you, because tomorrow you don't, because nobody knows how long you are going to live. So the angel of the basically the purpose of author by saying angel of death, and what he means is that we should, the fear of regret is higher than the fear of not trying. So whatever is out of your purpose of life, we should not make assumption, and we should use it very mindfully, and we should think and believe that our time is limited. We can't delay things, because some things that you can enjoy in certain phase of your life, you cannot enjoy later. Like spending time with your kids, and like spending time with your parents and things like that. So author is trying to say that you choose to live in heaven, because the purpose of the, like, what you choose basically define how well you live your life. So don't live in hell, because that is more safe for you basically. Because the only way to grow is to go through overcome your challenges and things like that, and align with your purpose of life, to live happily for yourself and others who matter to you. So this phrases like angel of death and living in hell or heaven, how you live, because the author emphasizes that your time is limited, and every single day you are getting one less day to live your purpose of life. So don't waste your time, and just focus on what matters to you, whether it is your family, your own work, your own self-being, and others that value you. So we should be very mindful of every single hour of our life, because every hour matters. And through these four agreements, we can have a code of conduct, like how we live our life, how we separate from others, how we behave with others. Sometimes what happen is, when see keeping a discipline all around these four agreements make us move faster in our purpose of life. And because when it's just like, when the talent dies, discipline stays, right? So when we have complete code of conduct, like in the form of a discipline in all the agreements of life, the discipline will take you to the finish level and in a proper way. I think through these phrases, angel of death and living in hell or heaven, through different ways, the author is trying to explain that we should live every day very mindfully and spend our time and use time for our family and the people who we really want to take care, and not to take anything for later, basically. So today is the moment. If we can't live today happily and mindfully, we cannot live tomorrow also. So take the best moment of every day and live the purpose of your life. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. You pointed out a different point, which was apart from the agreement that was shared in the group. Yeah, Angel of Death. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And Maniji, can I request you something? Can you share the summary today? Like, I'm not talking about the AI summary. I'm trying to take that, but
Do that, yeah.
because you're very good at it and you normally do that for all of us, and Richa is also not there today. So if you can, and you do have some great points. So considering all the other shares that happened today, can you just share the summary maybe of the session or the book, whatever suits you, or
For
maybe
the entire book,
together, whatever, however you want.
I'll share by end of the day everything from the book,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Not a issue with that. But I'm just like sharing that if you can do that because I'm not very good at summaries. So
okay, I'll
if
do
you
that.
can do
Thank you.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
sure.
Just do
Yeah.
that so it helps all of us. And this is a wonderful book to even have summarized for all of us. So it will stay with us. And also wanted to ask about the next book that we can start tomorrow. And do we want to start tomorrow or do we want to take a break and then start next week or something like that? Just wanted to
Let's
ask
start,
that.
no? Let's start.
Okay, then do we
I
just one
want to
more
start.
thing? Do we want to start with the fifth agreement, which is a sequel of this book, or do we want to start with something new and then take a fifth agreement sometime later? That is one more thing I
The
wanted to
discussion
ask
of the
you.
last agreement, we can put it in the chat, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. All the agreements are covered. We covered both both the second last and last together only, no? So it's covered. That's not a problem. I'm asking, do we want to take a sorry, do we want to take the fifth agreement book or a new book? Uh, the fifth agreement is a new book overall, Deepa, ma'am. Like
Yeah.
Deepa ji,
So we
it's like
can
a
do that,
new
no?
book.
We can do a continuation in that case.
But is everyone okay if otherwise I don't want it to be boring. If people want to change,
What is
then we
the
can take up
fifth
something different.
agreement? Is it entire one book?
I think the author introduces some new agreement in that book. I have not read that book. So it's a new agreement. It's the fifth agreement because these are the four agreement. There is a fifth agreement, and on that fifth agreement, there is a whole book. So that
Okay.
one book
So let's take
entirely
that up,
covers
no?
one
So
new
it will
agreement.
continue,
Yeah, but is everyone okay
but
with
in a different way. Hmm.
Yeah, I am okay
It's
with
a
it.
standalone means then it might be totally different than what he has said so far.
Okay, okay. If everyone is fine, like others, Rajesh, Manishji, Pranavi, Pinaki if everyone is okay, we can take that up. So we
Absolutely
don't have to
okay,
think.
Mansi. We can also get the
Okay.
continuation of
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Great,
Okay for me.
great. Then we'll go with that. There is no, I won't be taking any poll or anything. Then for the next book after that, we'll take a poll. Okay, then. And also one more thing, as Rajesh mentioned, let's start at 7 o'clock from tomorrow because we are going extending time and it becomes a little late for all of us. So let's start reading at 7 and then we'll close reading sharp at 7:40 or a little approximately before after that, like, because sometimes it goes according to the topic that we close. But we'll try to keep it like 7:40 and then just 20 minutes discussion, 8 o'clock wind up. So let's start with this structure and let's start practicing it. So we all get refined with this and evolve through the process. So yeah, thank you everyone, and whoever wants to share in the group, feel free to do that. And I have taken the AI short summary because whatever I could, and I'll share it in the group like without the template because Richa is not there today. So yeah, thank you everyone. Bye bye. Take care. See you all, and thank you so much for literally getting involved and sharing with us all your insights and the beautiful discussion that we had in the beginning also. So thank you so much. Very, very grateful.
Bye bye
Thank
to
you
all.
so
Mansi,
much.
Thank
I'll
you
stay
all.
back for a minute.
You all have a
Yeah,
great day. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bye bye. See you all.
yeah, yeah. Even
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can leave
Deepa.
now. Even I can give.
You
I was just collecting who said what from the
from
AI.
the AI? Okay. If
Yeah.
you've taken any summary, feel free to share that in the group.
Yeah,
The way
I'll do
you
that.
can,
I
like you
might
don't
not
have
do
to.
it as spectacularly good as Richa,
Yeah,
but I'll
you
just
can
put
do it
in my
without
thing.
the template also if that's not with you. You
Hmm.
can share it however you want for
Yeah,
now,
just
for
like that,
today.
I'll share it.
Yeah, even I'll do the same today. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. See you all. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Yeah. Make your day great, everyone. Have a
Yeah.
fantastic life.